what's up? What's up?
You want to run it 2 in 1 night?
Absolutely.
You want to run it 2 in 1 night?
Absolutely.
From Jake Paul stealing Floyd Money Mayweather's baseball cap to Money Mayweather bringing 50 guys to confront the influencer, there's a new online feud to entertain fans now. Here's why Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather is the most intense confrontation in YouTube boxing history. Their bout was the last thing on everyone's mind, but this feud has made a comeback. In a recently surfaced social media clip, the influencer boxer was jumped by Floyd and his entourage of more than 50 people outside a Miami Heat game.
And Floyd Mayweather and 50 dudes pull up out of nowhere.
Against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And one thing that the video clearly shows is that Jake was not expecting the company. Pretty Boy's little gang started taunting Paul about his loss to Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia last month. Paul walked into the ring undefeated, but couldn't walk out with the same title as Fury, won by a split decision. In the Mayweather video, you can hear one of his entourage say, "What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What has happened since your loss? Are you gonna bust him up, guys?"
What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
And what happens next is the reason why the video is taking rounds on social media. The problem child awkwardly backed away from the group until he sprinted for his life. I mean, if you see the clip, you'll be convinced he's a track and field star and not a YouTuber or boxer. But to be fair, I'd run for my life too if I were him. That's Floyd freaking Mayweather and 50 of his friends. It'd be an intimidating sight for anyone, let alone Paul, who's more talks and less walks. And if you think he went into hiding after a video of him running like a scaredy cat is viral on the internet, you're wrong, because Jake Paul filmed his own video to explain the incident. The former Disney star said that he was jumped on by Mayweather and his entourage when he was least expecting it.
Literally start surrounding me to try and jump me. I'm out that bitch, okay? Floyd, you want to run?
Yeah, Jake, we didn't see it coming either. The 26-year-old social media star said that he was not dumb to face all the 50 dudes. According to Paul, Floyd and his little gang pulled out of some side alley and started surrounding him. I mean, what is this? High school? Also, the bizarre Vark star doesn't get why the pro boxer is after him at all. All he did was steal his baseball cap.
Let's make it happen.
I'm my own
2 in 1
boss.
night. Got your hat.
Maybe it was his favorite hat? Paul said, "You want to run it one-on-one, no problem. But I'm not dumb, okay? I'm tough. I don't need to prove my toughness." So he's ready to take on the pro boxer one-on-one.
You want to run it one-on-one? No problem. But I'm not dumb, okay? I'm tough. I don't need to prove my...
But is there really enough beef between them to have a grudge fight? Pretty Boy's got the wrong sibling. Jake isn't the Paul who Mayweather had a beef with. It's Logan. What went down between Jake and Floyd is that the YouTuber snatched his baseball cap off him before his bout with his brother.
Get Al Heyman.
Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman.
Let me call Al Heyman.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own
2 in 1
boss.
night. Got your hat.
Yeah, if you're not an OG, you probably don't know that Logan and Floyd have stepped into a boxing ring against each other. It was an exhibition fight, so there were no knockouts. No official winner was read. But the Prime founder thought that since Floyd couldn't knock him out, he won. I mean, Money did promise that he would knock out the YouTuber in a press conference, and you could see throughout the whole fight that that wasn't something hard for him to do. But there was one thing that Floyd wanted more than the victory: money. He takes his boxing nickname pretty seriously.
I didn't give myself the name Floyd Money Mayweather. I was just talking trash, throwing money at the camera. Then all of a sudden they said, he's Floyd Money Mayweather. So I said, okay.
But that fight's pay-per-views were out the window, and the American boxing promoter made more than $60 million from the bout. Jake was also confident that his brother had beaten the unbeatable boxer and had done something impossible. Mayweather also confirmed that Logan had reached out to secure a rematch. On the other hand,
Logan Paul is the same guy that said that he didn't get paid, but someone from his team, a few guys, the guy who...
Paul said that he would never want a rematch with someone who didn't even pay him for their first fight.
So he is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take...
Yeah, the YouTuber was supposed to get $15 million, and he never did. And things got so bad that lawsuits were involved. I think it's safe to say that the Pauls and Floyd aren't on good terms. So can fans expect another Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather fight? They can, but there's a slight issue. It can only be an exhibition fight. Paul was leading the world of influencer boxing before his loss to Tommy Fury, because not only is he not undefeated anymore, he lost to the first professional boxer he fought. So the critics have more to say than they did before. But a fight between Paul and Mayweather had been in talks, because fans wanted to see two of the best against each other. And Floyd has been fighting influencers for fun after he ended his pro career. He fought Deji Olatunji, British YouTuber KSI's brother, and Aaron Chalmers. The 46-year-old athlete revealed that talks were held over a bout, but only an exhibition fight was possible between the two. It's because of the weight disadvantage between the two. Floyd can't bring himself down to 190 pounds because his body won't allow it. And Paul doesn't do exhibitions. He sent a message to his foe before and said, "Yo, if you want to do a real pro fight at weight class, then let's do it." And he was pretty sure he could take Floyd down when he said it. But of course, things have changed since Paul's last trip to Saudi Arabia. And the only thing on Paul's mind right now is a rematch with Fury. He has his whole reputation to save here, and maybe a win over Mayweather would do exactly that. But would Jake win if he fought Mayweather? We've seen Logan fight Mayweather, so there's something to base these assumptions on. Jake is a way better boxer than Logan, and that's a fact. You and I both saw that Floyd had to literally support Paul's limp body just to drag the fight. Jake is good, but we saw how it went down when he faced a pro, so it's safe to say he's just not at that level yet, and he will most likely lose. Now, if he trains for like 6 months and makes winning against Mayweather his whole life's purpose, then who knows? He actually might. But again, stealing a baseball hat isn't enough beef for both to have such a hype fight that Paul would spend months training for. All we know now is that Paul saw Floyd and he ran for his life. Between you and me, it was really funny, not gonna lie. And a lot of people thought the same, especially Paul's biggest enemy. Yep, I'm talking about KSI, who didn't let this opportunity to mock Jake slip away. One thing about the Sidemen member is that he loves to take shots at the former Disney star on social media. He's done it way too many times, which is probably what makes him his biggest enemy. After Paul's video went viral, his bitter enemy posted it without wasting any time. The Nightmare said, "Did you just have another wet dream?" This was a reference to Paul, who used having a wet dream the morning of his fight with Fury as an excuse for losing. KSI then followed up by quoting the song Track Star by Mooski. He tweeted, "She's a runner. She's a track star." And I'm not taking sides here, but it was really funny. Did you see the way Paul sprinted? Imagine him running out of the ring the same way. It'll be one for the history books. And that's all for the most intense confrontation in YouTube boxing history.